Hello everyone, and welcome to today's video. Today, we advance into Lecture 4. Our core theme is demonstrating the existence of an eternal and infinite substance through the perspective of distance. The fundamental premise of why we can perceive distance between objects lies in the fact that there must be some kind of isolating medium between them. Take the celestial bodies in the universe as an example. The reason they exhibit spatial intervals is precisely because they are separated by a certain medium. The effect of the distance between the Earth and the Moon being separated by an undetectable object is exactly the same as it being separated by air, water, or a wooden stick. Although modern science labels these unobservable or undetectable regions between stars as space or vacuum, this is merely a limitation of human cognition and measurement tools. Our experience and common sense tell us, distance can never merge out of thin air. It must be physically isolated by genuine substance. Therefore, even if we have not fully mapped out the physical properties of this medium, it remains, objectively, a real presence, a substantial reality. The so-called vacuum is by no means an absolute nothingness. It is an objective reality filled with a substance that we have yet to fully understand. Now that we have established that the space separating distances is a reality, we can further deduce its attributes. Just as we established in our spatial argument, any finite reality must possess boundaries. Yet, once a boundary is set, what lies beyond it? Through this reductio ad absurdum of boundaries, we can confirm that this spatial substance which isolates all things must be boundless and infinite. From this, we arrive at our first core conclusion: this space that sustains distance is not nothingness at all. Rather, it is an infinite substantial existence. Once the infinity of this substance is established, its eternity immediately comes to light. As pointed out in our previous arguments, this infinite substance is the bedrock and source of all finite existence. In the sequence of logic and ontology, the infinite substance, acting as the foundation, must temporally precede and exist independently of all finite existence. Therefore, it must be an eternal existence, transcending the birth and death of time. It requires special clarification that this argument from the perspective of distances, in fact, the manifestation of the exact same ultimate reality across different dimensions alongside our previous arguments from time and space. They are three facets of a single entity, perfectly unified in logic, with zero internal contradiction, compared to the more abstract deductions of time and space. Today's distance argument possesses a distinct advantage: extreme intuitiveness. It requires no complex, abstract concepts. It appeals directly to our most primal life experience, as long as one admits that distance is formed by the isolation of a substance, and as long as one believes that absolute nothingness is nothing at all, merely an abstract concept, then an eternal, infinite substantial existence will naturally and inevitably emerge within our reason. To this point, we have completed a rigorous demonstration of the necessary existence of the eternal and infinite substance from three distinct dimensions: time, space, and distance. The closing of this logical loop is not only a grand breakthrough for the boundaries of human reason, but also a thorough shattering of a heavy shackle in the history of philosophy. For a long time, an arrogant prejudice has clouded the intellectual world like a dark mist, falsely claiming that human reason cannot prove the existence of God. This rhetoric pits faith against reason, pushing the ultimate reality into the abyss of agnostics. Today, however, with the convergence of the threefold proof of time, space, and distance, this so-called curse has been completely severed by the sword of pure reason. The chaotic era that viewed God's existence as improbable and unfalsifiable is gone, never to return. We no longer need to wander in the mire of skepticism, nor do we need to exhaust our minds in endless disputes, for when logical deduction reaches its zenith, and when empirical common sense aligns perfectly with rational speculation, truth manifests itself in an irrefutable posture. From this moment onward, the existence of the eternal and infinite substance will no longer be a hypothesis that philosophers repeatedly chew over and argue about in their studies, nor will it be a target for skeptics to dismantle meaning. It will become like 1 + 1 = the most rock-solid cornerstone in the edifice of human thought, a self-evident, glaringly obvious absolute truth. The light of reason has pierced through the fog. The existence of God shall, in the posture of self-evident truth, finally re-establish its supreme position in the cosmos and human cognition moving forward. I will continue to utilize this conceptual framework to resolve the stubborn dilemmas and paradoxes that frequently plague theology. science, and philosophy. I hope today's video brought you some inspiration. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next episode.